this is the first step in your journey towards becoming a multimillionaire. And I say that without any hesitation because I know you have the tools, you are equipped now with what it can take theoretically. Yeah, right? You've done the theory part now to get you from where you are right now to the next level. And that next level for you can be wherever you want it to be. That's just it. I love real estate so much that I know that this is not one of those industry that you can get into and not succeed if you don't, if you put in the work. I have seen hundreds of you because this actual real estate program started since in 2013 when we were on Church Street. And a lot of folks like, why are you going to be training folks? Are they going to be coming up to be your competition? I'm like, competition? I don't see competition. I do not operate from a place of lack. I just know that when I came to the Guyana market, I saw a cowboy town. This was the equivalent of the Wild West in real estate. Anybody did anything because, I don't know where some of them got their information from. And some person learned their information from some other dinosaur that was in the industry and their information wasn't correct. So that was the prevailing information that was out there. So when I started the feasibility study to figure out if this might be a fit, found out that a lot of folks just thought that real estate is a big hustle. How much of y'all think like that? Tell me the truth. Yeah? Y'all are shaking your head? I talk it to the rest of y'all now, because I know that it is not a hustle. How many of y'all over here think this thing is a big hustle? Y'all know it, right? Because that's the idea they put out there. My God, there's a way for make enough money by. No, without understanding anything that goes with this industry and what it will actually take you to get you to that money that you're so desirous of having, right? So the thing is, I figured if we were to just to drop an ice cube of water, like an ice cube in a whole ocean of water, that is really what we were doing here. To get people to understand that here, if you understand this industry and know where it can take you, it doesn't matter from where you're starting. You could be now getting out of high school. You could have now been getting out of college. You could have been, like I said, like my really matured folks who have already raised their families. And guess what? They're at an elevated age now where they're thinking like, oh my God, I don't know if I could do this. Yes, you can do this. I have seen it all. I've seen the ones that were 17 and I've seen my youngest, because I don't like to call people old. My youngest was about 65 and her previous knowledge base was in security. Okay? And I saw what real estate did to change her life when she understood what it will take for her to get from where she was to where she wanted to be. I have seen the younger ones that came out and decided that I want to have my engineering degree. All right? And this other one that wanted to be a doctor. But they're coming from backgrounds where there wasn't no funds. So as to how you're going to get to that degree without the money, that was not going to happen. So here, Miss, like that I call me, Miss, what I need to do? Well, this is what you're going to need to do because you're going to need to use this platform as your platform to fund your own dreams. You're going to fund your education, if that is what you're thinking about doing, using real estate as a platform because there's nobody that's going to give you any money to say, hey, my friend, I just love you. Take all this few millions and go to school. Right? Or the one that say, oh, I know you want to start a business. Mm-hmm. But here's a few millions to go do that. A lot of us are not coming from those backgrounds. We're coming from backgrounds where we absolutely need the funds to do what we need to do, which is to take ourselves to the next level, but there's no one that is going to help us tie our shoelace to get there. There's no one that is going to give you a handout. So what this platform is nicknamed Fund your own dreams. That's what we do here in real estate.
Good afternoon. My name is Simone Thompson.
Simon Thompson, tell me about the project.
Okay, the name of this is actually a city that, or a village that was created. The name of it is Destiny Horizon Realty, that is catering for 100 residents. It came from the need of seeing persons live at a better level in Guyana, knowing the housing situation that we're faced with and the struggle to get proper housing and facilities. And so within this community, the Destiny Horizon community, there are 100 lots and it's affordable. Persons are able to live. There is a hospital within the area. There's the police station. There's a home for the elderly. There's a play park. The area itself is built in such a way, this is the high sandy area, and this is to offset floods and so forth that we have been suffering a lot from in Guyana. And with this in mind, there's we've also catered in terms of the electricity, the solar system is to cater to offset the rate of to bring down the rate of the high electricity bill that we've been faced with. And so, with that in mind, to have persons living at a better standard, there's also the train station within this area that I've been able to capture because I believe that somewhere along the line, as Guyanese, we'll be able to have the need for trains again and to see that vision come forth. So basically, that's what the Destiny Horizon is all about.
Hi, good day. My name is Osimiana Rudder, and here at my project, basically showcasing the Rudders Estate. And here, this estate, if you take a close look, you'll be able to see everything is well planned out and panned out. A lot of thought went into this preparation. This is where the preparation met the vision, and everything was established, well here. So at the Rudders Estate, we have a hospital just on the outside of our community. But when you enter this community and you explore a little bit more, you can see it's very much self-sufficient. We have the Regency, the Rudder Regency Hotel, and just beyond that, we have our pet palace. We have a pharmacy and also a laundromat. We have our waterworks station. We have the marketplace. We have the fisheries area. We have help and shelter for our, this area provides support and aid to persons who may need help and experience any time of difficulty. We have that area, which is basically that lookout, and we provide a shoulder to persons in need. Hall to hold weddings and different functions, conferences, and so forth. That is there to, for the community and for persons, also it can be rented out outside as well. They have the playground and the school area close by. We have our salon and spa. Everything is in this community. It's very much self-sufficient.
Hi, I'm Brandon Rutherford.
And talk to me about your project. What
Well, although it's not very much of a beautiful project, but the idea of it is very beautiful. So Ghana is mainly of 6 races, people here. So what I wanted to do is create a community of all 6 races, putting all our culture in. Because there's not much of a cultural representation of every culture, only a few. The main groups such as Amerindian, African, and East Indian. There isn't much Chinese culture representations. Well, up to now, there are a few, but they are not of the others. The Portuguese, the Dutch, the French, the others that came to Ghana. So what I want to do is create an entire community showing the representation of every single culture of Guyanese history, from the Chinese, the French, the Dutch, including the religions such as Islam, Christianity, and Hindu. What I want to do is create an entire community. Think of it as like a kind of rip-off of Disney Park. Instead of kids' cartoon and such, culture. Everything theme is culture, bringing something to light. Showing the true El Dorado of Guyana, a land of gold, prosperity, and culture across all of the Caribbean and South America. That's pretty much the idea I got from this for this project. The ancient city of El Dorado, the city of gold, which Guyana was rumored to be the home of.
My name is Sonetta Duke.
Talk to me about your project.
Well, my project is basically it's a self-sustaining city. It's meant to be placed mainly around the Linden Blue Lake area. So the idea behind it is to be self-sustaining mainly. So I call it Azure Estate, which means green. And it also relates a lot to the Blue Lake of itself. So mainly that's going to be the main attraction. In the community, we're going to have low income homes. We're going to have the high income area as well as condominiums, rentals. And in the center of it all is where I place the city centers, like the recreational areas. So you have like shopping malls, you have schools, health center, and so on. And over here, it's the play area, close to the lake, of course, so families can come with their kids. So while enjoying the lake and the play area. And we have a historical district over here, which is basically going to show what the area was before it actually developed into the community that it's going to be. So it's going to talk about, you're going to see the idea that it came from an old bauxite mining area and the founder and so on. That's what you're going to get in this area. Over here is mainly where we're going to put the solar panels to sustain the city. So as well as it being self-sustaining, it's to some extent gonna have branches. So, but mainly, I guess it's gonna be a self-sustaining city.
Samira Sahadio.
Talk to me about your project.
Okay, first of all, this is the roads. Nice, black, shiny roads. This is the electrical post where we would be generating the power from. Solar energy to be exact, from the sun. This is the farm where we'll have our poultry meats to export and generate the wealth. This is our windmill for generating water, our own source of water. Our lovely trees. This is my gym area where the residents will be coming and get fit. And the pool, of course, where you would have your relaxation, your pleasure, and the different hotels is the health center. Of course, you need to have the health center in case of any emergencies and the beautiful sceneries. Thank you.
Ethics is important to real estate because it creates regulations and also help to provide fair housing for those in need. And also, it basically is necessary in order for us to live. In real estate, it just creates everything we need: proper housing, a chance to start our journey in true life. Either want to start our own business or build something in the future for our kids and family.
Ethics is really about your integrity, your character, who you are. And as you begin to present yourself out there, people get to not just look at the job that you're doing, but they get to realize that you're somebody that they can actually, or this is a market that they can actually find someone and that they can rely on, that somebody who says to you, this is what I'm selling. This is exactly what you're able to deliver. So I believe that ethics is a necessity, and it's important for us as professionals that that's what we will be able to at least give persons.
Ethics is important in Guyana, not only for the loyalty, but for the fundamental trust. It's needed for the clients to know that they can trust you and rely on you. And that's why it's important.
I believe ethics is very much important. It's a necessity, not only in the real estate arena, but you're talking about ethics in a whole. This should be um, your way of talk, walk. It should be ingrained in you in itself. So in real estate, when it comes to you selling homes, that's one of the things that persons need to see. And when you carry yourself in that way, persons will be able to know that they'll be able to, that they can trust you.
And I think ethics in real estate is necessary because persons depend on real estate professionals for accurate information before or when going into a deal. So when a buyer or a seller or an investor is about to invest in a property, when they show up there, they won't find like unknown defects or stuff they weren't told about. They're expecting that information to be provided to them by that real estate professional that they're dealing with. So that's why ethics is important.
Sonetta is not a graduating student. That's one of the 26 early. This is graduation.
The program was exciting and challenging, very challenging. Um, in terms of beneficial, I think it's going to be very, very beneficial in the long run because in terms of branching out and doing something for yourself, there is that avenue as well as working for somebody that it's more in the field, more professional than you, so you can learn from that person. So in terms of it being beneficial, I think it's very beneficial. But overall, the program was a challenge. It was a challenge. There were times when I thought, what am I doing here? Can I actually do this? You know? But in the end, when we got to that last day of exam, I was like, let me just go there and get it over with. And I did. And turns out I was fruitful. I was nervous about that. I wasn't sure if I was gonna pass, but hey, here I am. I passed. So yeah, it was a very good program though. I would advise anybody to do it.
The program will be a stepping stone and a milestone in my life, in my career, to create my own business. I registered as Redford Empire Estate. It's just a stepping stone to greatness in the future for me, to create fair housing for those in need, to help Ghana really develop into countries like Dubai, Singapore, and Malaysia.
My journey as an individual into real estate was really it was all that I envisioned and even more, especially where the assignments were expected. Those were challenging. It brought out so many things that I wasn't expecting, but I was able to commit to the journey, and here I am. I'm so much thankful to God and Miss Monroe for being there to inspire me, inspire us as a team, and we were able to work together. Many times when I felt that I could not have been able to make it, she was the one who encouraged us. Yes, this is part of the journey. You will have much more of this coming, and you will be able to make it. And so I'm so grateful to her and the entire team because we were able to rally around each other and we worked together. So I'm so much thankful that I'm able to come through today.
Journey, well, is, because it's not finished as yet, a bit overwhelming, you would say at first, but I got through it and I'm going to get through the rest. And this path is to make more scenarios, so it's going to be okay, it's going to be great. And I advise anyone to do the program, start, they want to step out on their own, make a difference in the world.
It was very beneficial. I learned a lot. Um, there were challenges. I don't expect that now that I've graduated, that this has ended and there won't be any challenges going on in the future. We were made aware of what to look out for and how to handle certain things when we encounter them. So very much grateful for Miss Monroe, my peers. It was very much easy doing this with them, and I'm looking forward to everything that real estate will throw to me.